Bum 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 bum. The Peter Shitshow. Bum 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 bum. Got 2 more days until my biggest art show ever, where I'm going to display a ton of bismuth for the first time in my life, and the road to this art show was kind of a little bit wacky. I had a hostile situation at work that made me want to seriously devote my attention to bismuth and hopefully turn it into a full-time career. What had happened is that I often get these wonky schedules at work that have gaps in them, but I really love the students, and I think my boss takes advantage of the fact that I love these students. I have one student who's 14 years old and studying Calculus 2. I had a 16-year-old girl who's a few years behind in her studies, but she's really motivated, among other students. So one day I had a 90-minute gap in between these two students, which I'm not paid for. So I sit at my desk writing some computer games because there's really nowhere to go. The center's like in the middle of nowhere. It's not like there's a nearby library I could go to or anything like that. And my boss sometimes gets really annoying with asking for various minor tasks at the office, wiping down the desk or putting stuff away for time that I'm not being paid for. And I got very upset. And one day, he as I'm writing computer games, he chimes in again, and I say, "I'm sorry, I'm busy." And I really despise that he was chiming in like that. It was really cutting into my attention. So that night, when I filled out my time card, I decided to fill in 15 minutes for the time that he interrupted me while I was writing the computer games. I wrote it as a joke. I didn't think he was going to pay me. I wanted him to stop doing that, basically. I should have told him directly, but I sometimes get a little bit passive-aggressive with that. Now, later that week, when I get my check, he actually paid for the 15 minutes. And then he slowed down on doing that and going forward. So it was great that it kind of put a resolve to that, but I wish I could have talked to him more directly than doing that. So after that week, I got home and I started going crazy over the bismuth, and which brings me to today, where I've really compromised my immune system. And I really like it because I lost my sense of taste again. I didn't get COVID-19, though. I wonder what I got. Or maybe it was a strain that the test doesn't detect. Who knows? Anyway, it just goes to show that sometimes God conspires bad events to happen for some good reasons. It motivated me with the bismuth art. It motivated me to find more avenues to communicate properly. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.